Right, so we've got housing here. How do these guys get to downtown, as it were? Can we run a monorail? Where's monorail gone? Monorail. Monorail track. So we could run a monorail parallel to this. That's one option. You've even got my 11-year-old playing it. Whilst his friends are playing Fortnite and Overwatch, he's building cities. That's cool. That's actually cool. The trouble is, if we build a monorail down the side of it, we can't put any shops down there. Could we not build monorail on a 4-lane track? Right, so we could sacrifice 2 lanes to put monorail down the middle, but when we get to here, can we actually just jump straight over? Yeah. That's quite nice. I just don't know if these roads are going to have the traffic capacity if you only have 4 lanes instead of 6. He does have an issue with the kids playing Fortnite. I think it's like a lot of things that Lens are. If they play it too much, well, he wasn't trolling Tommy. If they play it too much, it can have an effect, can't it? Like they start to rage at it, and I mean we've all seen the Call of Duty, but it's not just that game. If you've seen Call of Duty video from 2011, 2012. The guy drinking the glass of milk. You remember that? I think it was Call of Duty 4. And he'd lost another game and he'd been playing it for 14 hours and all this kind of thing. And he was drinking milk. It's all going down his face. Hilarious video. But it's not good to get that stressed. Can 4 lanes deal with it? I don't know if they can. I'd like to have the monorail thing though, but I don't think that's the best road to do it with, because that's more of a trunk road. No, Milton Keynes... Milton Keynes is nowhere near this irregular. Milton Keynes, if you actually look at it on a map, it looks like a fishing net. It's ridiculous. There you go. There's Milton Keynes, which is there, by the way. And if you look at it on a map, it's basically... It's like the American grid system, but at each junction is a roundabout. Which, in theory, sounds like a great idea, but the real problem is... all the roundabouts look the same. So you find yourself in this weird situation where you get to a roundabout, and you go across it, and then... you end up at another roundabout, which kind of just looks like the last one. And it just keeps happening to you. It's just a dreadful place to drive around. It's just, you know, roundabout, 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 roundabout. turn left, roundabout, you know, you can end up going around in circles here. It's horrible. I've driven around it and I just look at it. You can see the problem. Baz lives there. Yeah, that's Milton Keynes. So this is nothing like Milton Keynes. Right, so if we have... So what we could do is we could come here with a four-way. Quite keen to use the monorail on this one. It's easy, it's a grid system. Well, in the American grid system, like, they name and number all the roads, don't they? So that you know where you are. Yeah, you're on like 64th Street, and then 65th Street, and 66th Street. So you know you just keep counting up. Like, that's a grid system, because it's almost like a coordinate. In Milton Keynes, they kind of plan it out like a grid. At each junction they put a roundabout, and then all the roads are named differently. So there's no grid reference.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Blah, thank you for 30 months. Finger with 19. I use V1, V2, H1, H2, H3. H10, V3, for instance. Ooh. Yeah, that is one place I am never going to live. Just no thanks.
Welcome back.
Most egregious thing about Milton Keynes is the way they get a football team. Wait, why are they not allowed a football team? Magic marker? Thank you for 25. You spend a lot of time there when you worked at Audi VW. Grid everywhere looks the same. You used to think it was a nightmare, but you got used to it. They'd probably say the same thing about the Swindon roundabout. I want to make a four-way junction in that. What we could do... to level this ground a little bit. It's a bit rubbish over here. We'll have a slopey heights type thing going on. because they uprooted a team from elsewhere in the country. Oh, I don't know about that. Wait, so they took a football team from somewhere else, brought it into Milton Keynes and called it Milton Keynes Football Club? But isn't a team just a bunch of players anyway? I don't understand the problem. Like, as long as they live in Milton Keynes, does it matter? It's never worked that way in football. American sports have always done it. Football never has. The issue is they've started in the bottom division, but because they bought another team's rights, they started a lot higher. Oh, right, okay. Interesting. So they managed to basically pay to win. They kind of bought the way... Oops. They kind of bought the way up the division ranks quite quickly. So they kind of bought... Was it like they bought Wimbledon or something? Who started higher, then moved the team to Milton Keynes, called themselves Milton Keynes and carried on playing. That's actually a very interesting way of doing it. No platinum. I want to do something here, but I don't want to punch another junction into here, and likewise I don't want to connect that. I suppose what we... That wouldn't be seen as strange in the US. Sports teams move all the time. In Europe, they're much more connected to the place where they were founded. Right, so it's just kind of challenging people's expectations, I guess. Once it was Wimbledon, then transformed into Milton Keynes. Fans reformed it as it was 9 divisions lower. One thing you really like most about European sports is the idea of relegation. Wish we had something like that here in the US. Wait, you don't have that? How does that work then? I don't understand. How can you be in a division and never go down or up? I don't get it. The US, if taxpayers won't build a team an expensive stadium, they'll leave and move to another city. They normally have one division like NBA, NFL, NHL, and MLS. I don't get that. Like, in the UK, in football, I think there's like the Premier League, which used to be Division 1. And then they have Division 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many there are now. How can America, which is way bigger with way more teams, not have divisions? How can you have one division? They have minor leagues, but moving it to a major league from a minor league is virtually unheard of. The League is a corporation. It chooses who teams play in it. Pfft, money then. Just basically money. That, I don't know. At least the one thing about this kind of football divisions is that it's like a meritocracy, isn't it? If you play well, you will move up until you find your level. And if you don't, you'll move down until you find your level. It's not perfect though, there's still plenty of money involved. Like if you got silly money, you can afford to buy the best players. Baseball has a minor league system where players shuffle back and forth, but never an entire team. Football is no longer a sport, it's a business. Wait, so something can't be a sport and a business? I'm pretty certain most major sports now are businesses, effectively, aren't they? Where there's money, it's like boxing, where there's money involved. Wait for the game to catch up. Next people would tell me WWE is fake. Oh boy. It's not fake, it's just very good acting. You know, some of the acting is better than you see in the movies. Nope. That doesn't work. Sport is business. We pay, they sell, they profit. Sport is entertainment. That's what it is. You pay for entertainment. Getting crazy with this. Something different. Same thing. Well, a sport can be entertainment. In fact, a sport is entertainment usually. It doesn't have to be a business. But the business wouldn't be there if it wasn't entertaining. Because if it's entertainment, people spend the money and then it becomes a business. I'm not bad, thank you, Ethan. Have we got a loop? We do actually have a loop. Nice. So now I just need to figure out where to put some platforms and stuff. And also what kind of platforms. So the monorail bus hub. I like the sound of that. Probably do with a bus station. Peter Car, 1500 bits. I think that this is entertaining. Well, thank you very much, Peter. I consider myself to be a sport. Monorail station. Let's put the aircon on. It's going to be warm in here. You did monorail depot? Yes, I do. I'm just thinking about the depot and the bus station and that kind of thing. I'm just pondering where I'm going to put all that. The monorail bus hub and the monorail train hub. Are we going to bring a train into here? We do actually have a train line nearby. It's technically possible to build a train station down here. Bring it in that way. Could actually bring traffic from there. That might not be a bad plan. And even there. Actually, no, it can't loop around easily. Oh no, we can come that way. Yeah, it could work. It could work. Sports Confederation. Squirrel Sports Confederation. Lol. You built a monorail route but no stations to stop at. No. I wanted to build the route out and the roads. I was trying to kind of work it all out in my head, and then I knew I was going to come back and put stations in later. Stations is the easy bit. Getting the track right is the hard bit. Get this man all the best gear and all the monkeys to do the gaming grind life. Lol. Mark Sterling. Test worked, Mark. Could you check the Discord, please? Hang on. Let me see. Do you know when that was, Hannah? Was it today? Benjamin! 510 bits. Buenos dias, El Squirrel. Buenos dias, Benjamin. Of course, with all the extras said, riches entail good house, private personal airfield. I'll settle for a private plane. About 5 to 10 minutes ago, I don't think so. No, I have nothing. One sec, let me check this one. No. Nothing's come through. If money's been taken, then he should probably just get it refunded or something. I mean, I can check. Hang on. I can log in. Do you want me to log into PayPal and see if it's there? I can tell you if the money's actually come in. Sometimes APIs don't, you know, send the message. So we build one with a train hub over this side and with a bus hub over there, maybe. Why is this browser being so slow? 1 second. You didn't do it through PayPal because you don't have a PayPal account. Does that mean that you sent bits, Flammable? How can it be a $10 donation if you don't do it through PayPal? Oh. No, I can't find it. I cannot find any trace of it, Supernova. could do is we could put a road here. Actually, to use login to reverse option still deducted my account. And it didn't put it like into pending or anything. Chillstorm, it should be in your integrations list automatically. Check out this survey on Steam, really scary horror game at 79 pence. 79 pence? Actually, don't want those 3 lanes, do we want those 2? That's what we want, and then... This has got 2... Why has it got 2 lines on it? Is it so that you can hub to something else? So you don't need to use both, but you can. Is that the point? So it acts like an interchange. There we go. So that's linked in by the train. You don't need to use both lines, thank you. That was my main question then. Now, we'll bring power lines down that way. We can now have a link from there to this thing. Not there's anything to see. Oh, I just built 2 of them. What a scumbag. Go. It's coming along quite nicely, Kamikaze. Yeah, I'm doing something different here. It's kind of fun evolving it, but it is taking a bit of thought. I thought it might be fun to do something interesting and different. I've never really done this before. We do sort of monorails over roundabouts and that kind of craziness. But it helps it to be a bit unique, doesn't it? Now, we need another one of those, but we want the bus version of it, I think. Where's it gone? Bus hub, that's that one. Right, so what we can just do with that, probably just delete the road. Ready game. There we go. Eesh, elevation again. Those roads are so depressing. Okay. Quite like them, actually. Detroit is a source of depression. We shall have just a simple monorail station over here. Actually, I want the monorail with road.
Welcome
Huh?
back.
What is it? About an hour? Yeah. Trams, yeah, I've got trams in other districts. That's why I'm doing monorail on this one. Benjamin, thank you for gifting a sub to Tommy. Welcome back, Tommy. You're losing money from building this. I've got 6.2 million. I'm not stressing about it. Benjamin's gifted another sub to Speedbird1399. Welcome, Speedbird, to the Nut House, and thank you, Benjamin. So one stop there, one stop there. We could stick another one here, I guess. Then we just need the station for the whole thing, which we can probably branch off here, I'm thinking. Have a little service road there and just branch it off here, possibly. Station with the road. Bus hub. Do we need anything else? Is it like where we need the tram spawn? Do we need that for the monorail?
Welcome back, Nutter.
Like, where do they spawn from? Benjamin's gifted another sub back to Cuddle. Welcome back, Cuddle. Thank you for gifting 3 subs, Benjamin. Gaza Hughes, welcome back. Flammable Supernova, when you're clicking to send these things through, which page are you using to start your journey to click a donation through? I'm wondering if you've perhaps got a bookmarked an old link or something and you're sending it to the wrong place. Like you're using the wrong delivery platform is what I'm thinking. Monorail spawn when you make the route. Okay.